At long last, we finally reached the end, hopefully the last video on capital budgeting. Oh boy, hold the applause, please. Hopefully this will go relatively quickly. We're now going to look at the modified internal rate of return and how to calculate that. Relatively simple. Now you notice I've set this up. We have the same cash flow we've been using for ever on this capital budgeting stuff. But now we have two different rates to use. One is a financing rate. It's the rate at which we borrow money, the cost of capital, how much it costs us to get the money. And we have a reinvestment rate, how much we can reinvest that money at, what rate. So for example, we borrow it at 5% and we can, the money we get, we can reinvest at 7%. Okay? So we go to the bank. So how do we calculate the modified internal rate of return? Remember what it's going to do is it's going to take the present value of all the outflows and take the future value of all the inflows and tell me what rate that outflow gives to the inflow, or vice versa. So fortunately, there is a formula for that, values. Notice we just put the values in. Do the range again. I need a finance rate. I again name the cells so it's easy to see. And I have the investment rate. There we have it. Voila, 18%. I'll copy that over so you can see it. Divide by 0 because it's relative. But there you have it. The B got changed to an A, and the H should be an A. And the D should be an F. But that's the formula. That's really all there is to it. It's very, very straightforward. One thing, make sure you got a negative number in here. If this is a positive number, you get a divide by 0. You get an error. So we want a negative. And the nice thing about this is it should be able to handle a negative number somewhere else in there too. So what if this number was negative? Now we only have a 6% rate of return. Do we do this project? Yes, we do, because it's greater than our hurdle rate. I'm assuming our hurdle rate is the 5% here. So we get 6%. Let's go do it. One thing I talked about in the slide video was we're going to get a lot of modified internal rates of return and net present values. We calculate these left and right, but in the end, we're going to have to decide which projects, because we can't do everything unless we're Amazon or Google. But even then, when we got a lot of money, it's still limited. And what you do is you take those that have the highest net present value, those that you believe are going to be most successful. And we use these tools to help us evaluate those. We can all say, oh, this is going to be great, right? I can't tell you how many submissions I don't get, particularly in intro to business. Oh, we're going to make lots of money. How much? And these are the tools that help us to determine how much.